so extra, but I know I'm the same. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead of
Hey Brainiacs, how you guys doing? So me and baby girl have made it to our accommodations on this journey to Orlando. We're staying at, where we staying at, baby?
Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites off of, this isn't Interstate 85 though, right? I can't remember what road we're on. So more often than not, I'm gonna put the link for the hotel in the description because we're gonna definitely do a full review. I'm gonna start doing reviews in places we go. I think that's important, especially if people start watching us and they actually care about how we feel about wherever we stayed. So yeah, we'll do some sort of like a full review. That way, if you guys are interested in coming to this hotel, you can kind of get a good idea from our experience. But we are at 11409 Marbella Palm Court in Orlando, Florida, 32836. So off the bat, they already been very accommodating. We got here really early. We were able to do like a first come, first serve if a room was available. They did have a few rooms, but the one that they had was like a handicap accessible, and we didn't really like it. So we're gonna wait until 4, which is the check-in time, to get the King Suite that baby girl saved for us. So yeah, the guy was really accommodating. He actually let us take a look at both rooms, what the one we ordered would look like, and then the one that was available. And we kind of opted just to wait. We got to do some laundry and some other stuff. So yeah, just gonna wait around until then. I really don't know what we're getting into later on today, but hopefully it's fun.
Nerves, and knowing your intention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone and the presence, I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress and gone. Flex and hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage, you got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weather. We fight retreating this, but you trying to kill the cycle when nobody's stressing.
Alright guys, so we finally made it in the room. We had to wait a minute to get in here. It's 20 minutes past 4 o'clock. And it was somewhat of a complicated issue with the deposit and a few other things, but it worked out. Anyways, this is the room. So, right when you walk in, you got the mirror. So if you're trying to make sure you look fresh, you can do that. You know what I mean? Nice full size mirror here. Ice maker, garbage can, pretty decent refrigerator, Keurig machine, and microwave. I actually already put an egg roll in here. We went to the dollar store. Yo, the dollar store sells these egg rolls, right? Amazing. If you're from New York, they low key taste just like the New York egg rolls you used to get from the local Chinese restaurant. They're super good and they only $1. But anyways, you got the bathroom. Pretty good setup. Walk-in shower. Pretty nice. Toilet.
when you hold me, when you close. I know.
So yeah, everything is nice and clean. You don't gotta be super luxury, at least not for me right now, with the type of lifestyle I'm living. But it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice situation. So I gotta give big props to baby girl. This is the outside view. So it's a pretty nice view. And then you got a view of the pool. I'm wondering if that pool is heated, because he made sure he let me know that the pool is open until 10 o'clock. but it's super cold right now. It's like 50 degrees outside. So I'm thinking, why would he let us know the pool is available with it being so cold? And I think he was letting us know it was available even though it was cold because it's heated. So we'll see later on. So yeah, that's the setup. It's pretty simple. I think it's gonna be fun. It's definitely good enough for 24 hours, if not 48 hours, or a little bit longer. And right now, I would give this hotel 3 stars. Hopefully they get to 5. Earlier they were at 5, then they went to 4, then they went to 3. So maybe around dinner time, I'll have some story time as to what happened downstairs before we got up in here. But right now, they're at 3 stars. But this is not a room tour until we test that mattress. Lego. It ain't sticking. Why ain't you sticking? I went to the dollar store and got some cheap freaking Velcro for this camera. Because I thought, I had the bright idea. I'm like, hey, Cam, why don't you put the camera on the thing, my Bob, like all the other YouTubers do, so that you can get a shot of yourself driving. And I don't know what they use to do that. So I went to the dollar store and I grabbed some Velcro, some double-sided Velcro from the dollar store in order to do that. But this camera keep falling. Watch. I'm leaving out. Oh, it's doing decent now. We'll see how long it lasts. So yeah, about this hotel. One, they have regular parking, right? But it's $26 a night to pay for parking at a Holiday Inn Express. It's crazy. $26 a night. So right when you pull in, it's like a QR code at the front desk. And the QR code basically lets you know that you can download the app and you can pay on the app to park, which that's really not a big deal. Me and baby girl, we're like silver elite members, I think is what they call it. Yeah, it's a Holiday Inn Express and Suites by IHG. So yeah, we're like silver members, I think it is. So when you're a silver member, you get to check in, or no, you get to check out late. Now, check in, you can request for early check in, and it's supposed to be first come, first serve. So when we got into Orlando, it was about 12:40, and we called the young lady, and she was like, yeah, we may have a spot available, just come through. So when we came through, the spot wasn't available. That's fine. So fast forward an hour later, she goes, well, give us until 2 o'clock. We'll call you if we have anything, or just come back by. So we went to the dollar store. We went to Panera Bread, kind of enjoyed ourselves, and then came back. So when we got back, they were like, oh no, there's still not a room available. Give us a little while. So we just was like, all right, bet, whatever. We'll just go wash our clothes. I had some administrative stuff to do and all of that, right? So that was the plan. We're 4:25, 4:30. So baby girl went back downstairs and she was like, hey, it's a long line. I'm gonna be a minute. I'm like, no problem. I'm upstairs in the laundry room. I'm watching YouTube and Instagram, stuff like that. So I ain't tripping. It ain't a big deal. She comes back and she's like, hey, don't get upset. So whenever your significant other starts a conversation by saying don't get upset, and then they say they will handle everything, you know it's some mess. I don't care like what nationality you are. I don't care what type of relationship you have. That's a universal situation. If somebody, your significant other, come up to you with those two sentences, you know it was some BS. So long story long, she gets down there. Armando wasn't there anymore. The lady that is there was telling everybody their rooms still weren't ready. When baby girl got to the front desk, she asked her, the lady asked her her name, so on and so forth. She gives it to her, and she's about to say, "We don't have a room available," until baby girl was just like, "No, no, 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 no. We're not gonna do this. No. Armando already promised us X, Y, and Z." So the lady goes, "Okay, yeah, we actually can get you into something," and they're getting everything wrapped up. But then she tries to charge the deposit. Now, when we booked this online, it said no deposit. Some hotels will still try to charge the deposit even though you booked online. But the reality of the situation is they're not supposed to do that, specifically if you're booking with a credit card or the same card you used when you booked. So if you're using the same card that you have on file when you booked at the hotel, they're not supposed to charge you a deposit. Also, if you're using a credit card, they're not supposed to charge you a deposit. That wasn't cool. So they went back and forth on that. The girl goes, "Oh, there's really no way for me to manipulate the system. I don't know how to do that. We have to charge a deposit." So they try to charge a deposit. Then she still tried to charge us for parking, even though we told her that Armando had already taken care of the parking for us for free because of the inconvenience of us not being able to check in at 4 p.m. So that's what we went through at the hotel. I don't know if that seems like we being extra or if that seems like a big deal. Y'all comment down below if that's a lot or if we bugging, if we tripping. But I think at the end of the day, it takes a lot of money to get to silver status, and then it takes a lot of money to get the diamond status. We were at diamond, but then we used our points. And I don't know if that bumped us down or however that works, but all I know is, or maybe I think we switched accounts because I had an account through my business at one time, and then wifey had her own account. So I think my business account closed because I don't have that business anymore. So maybe that's why we didn't have the other perks that you typically would have once you have the next step up. But the point I'm trying to make is you spend all this money so you don't have those type of situations. Like, for instance, because we're silver members, we get to check out at 2, which is great. In some spots, some of the boutique spots for IHG, you can check out at 3 if you are a silver member. So you technically spend all this money and work to all these points so that you have less problems. So for us to have that much of a problem just to check in, and then on top of that, we couldn't even check in early, and we ended up having to check in late and then still being charged something we feel like we should have been charged, is bananas. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Put it down in the comments below if I'm tripping, if you have something similar, or you've never had a bad experience. But I just thought that was crazy. So right now, with all that being said, the hotel is maybe at a 3.5. We'll see if it gets any better based on this situation. Baby girl emailed the manager, so we'll see how he responds to that email based on what she said to him, how we feel about the situation. And maybe it'll go back to 5 stars. But at the end of the day and right now, it's a little weird. The breakfast was on point. It was pretty decent. They had a really good breakfast. It was really clean. It was really nice. The hotel room was clean. It was really nice. Yeah, it was dope for the most part. But that deposit situation and that check-in situation was crazy because that kind of mess up your whole day. That mess up your whole day sometimes when you planning on like having an itinerary and having things that you want to do specifically at certain times, and then you don't have the time set up to wash up, take a nap, and then have enough energy to get out and do what you want to do. Kind of mess up some stuff. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all listening to my rant.